Even though the front line is taking the brunt, it's not like they're the only ones. No, it's the same here too. I'm trying to stay alert, but... In moments like those, my urge to act intensifies. That's when people can truly demonstrate their strength. That's why I'm fascinated by the intensity of real combat. I feel that if I don't give it my all, I'll simply be overwhelmed.
Martial arts. It's like a character introduction. Today we have a very special guest in the studio. It's champion Yusuke Wakamatsu.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you very much. The first half will be about Yusuke Wakamatsu's channel, so everyone please check it out as well. Please make sure to check that out too. This is my first time seeing Mr. Gomi's training in person, though I've watched it before.
That's right. I was really looking forward to it. Well, I really wanted to know more about Mr. Gomi's boxing techniques and his way of thinking. I wanted to hear about his concepts, his sense of fighting, and his style. But when I actually tried it, it was even tougher than I expected. I thought it would be just a supplement to my own training, but it was really intense. I realized that he's truly on a different level, like a real champion. I realized that there are people out there who are just naturally strong, like a different kind of creature. Even if you think you can learn something from them, there are things that only someone like Mr. Gomi can do. I understood that there are things I just can't do, and that made me want to work even harder. Mouse?
What was shown in the video was almost purely physical training. That's what it was. It seems like Fukai isn't using his mouth or weight at all. What do you think?
Eyamoto. Honestly, it's probably more about being completely natural than about sports. I think it's even more natural than what was shown in the video. If you asked me, I wouldn't really know, but I don't think most people today could do it.
Kuchi. Nowadays, there are athletes doing physical things, and there are also those who are more into modern sports science, but Mr. Gomi's style really feels like something from the Showa era.
When I was training, there was a time when I was really focused on physical stuff too. But as you get older, most people who keep at it are probably college students or people who are really into it. Mr. Gomi's training method is truly one of a kind. I believe he's the only one capable of maintaining it for such an extended period. I think that person is an exception. Most other people probably can't keep up or just can't stick with it, so I feel the same way. But as trainers change and things become more modern, I think the latest training methods are really different now. Still, it's really tough and only people who are truly chosen can keep going. Otherwise, I think it's just impossible. I don't think it's necessary. Fundamental training is essential if you want to succeed. It's impossible without Mr. Gomi.
Mr. Gomi, do you train like that daily? I agree, Kuchizu.
Tsuge.
At first glance, it might not seem impressive, but Fukai's words have a unique wildness to them, don't they?
Fukai's wildness is the real deal. That's the feeling I get.
At the end of the mouth animation, there was a moment where it looked like it was about to fall apart, which I found really interesting. That wild feeling fits perfectly, so I don't think it's a bad thing at all.
I actually like that roughness.
Fukai also just goes with the flow, you know? It's not like anyone taught him to do that. Yeah, that's just Fukai for you, right?
He just does whatever he feels like, even going to the latest debut without hesitation. Fukai, he usually just goes along with things, but last time he said something to me directly, which is rare for him. Usually he just lets things slide, but this time he actually spoke up. I wonder if he's being more assertive or technical than usual. It's unusual, isn't it? I feel like I might remember boxing technique if I try, but I'm unsure. I think it's personal, so he'll probably back off, but maybe not.
Are you training Gomen-san or Taku-san's fighters? Is there a gym or something?
There is a gym, but it's mostly young kids or kids who are just starting wrestling. Right now, it's just me and Kishita Sorate as fighters.
And they belong to us?
I come here sometimes when I feel like it or when I want to get a workout in.
I go to Adageiko in Kojiya. When all the athletes gather, even at a place like Jingu Fukai, it gets really crowded.
I don't really feel like I want to go, to be honest. Fukai seems to just go because he says he will. But for me, even if I say it straight, I don't really want to. So maybe it's not that aura of I'm going to do it or anything. It's just, I don't know. It's not like that aura at all. It's different, you know? He's really the kind of person I met for the first time. How should I put it? He's just an amazing legend. How can I say it? He's just an incredible person. Well, I just don't really feel like it. But, you know, people do have an aura about them. Yeah, there's definitely an aura.
I may have met Mr. Neshin before, but I'm not certain. I don't recall speaking with him.
If Mr. Misa appeared as a cut character, it would definitely be interesting, right, Mr. Gomi?
I want him to appear. It would be interesting. I'll mention it next week. We can discuss it over drinks.
I think he'll show up.
But I still want to see it.
Are you going to Machiran's house? I don't think so.
I think they'll definitely go for it. That's interesting, isn't it? My favorite player is Nick Diaz.
That's right.
If I remember correctly, he fought that guy, and I thought, wow, that's like a real Pride 33 moment. That match was just so amazing. I instantly became a fan.
I witnessed the Ring and Pride Ring videos. He was relentless, breaking free from the referee to continue fighting.
Gomi-san's style has been captivating since the early days of RIZIN, making him stand out.
He appeared, didn't he?
Watching it live with Melvin Guillard and all, it was just so intense and rough. And then suddenly in the middle of it, his knee... After a long time, he finally won.
I'm remembering it well.
That's right. I can never forget the feeling of going out for a delicious beer with everyone after the match, heading to the venue.
That's amazing. Last year or the year before, Chisato Suzuki and boxing match was split up, but it's not that unusual, right?
It's hard to believe, though.
Do you drink protein, Shinami?
I do drink protein. I recommend the blueberry yogurt flavor, but it's a bit too sweet for me, so I don't really like it that much.
It's really delicious. I want to share this with you. Thank you very much. It's really good, isn't it? I can't get enough of it. I can't get enough of it. I could drink it forever. Thank you very much.
Does this taste good? Please try it once. Thanks.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Ms. Asakura Mikuru Ryuma and Ms. Suzuki Chihiro Ketsu listen to Ms. Wakamatsu's opinion again. It's fine. I'm not saying anything strange, am I? After the Doubtback match, was it with Suzuki? Right after the Doubtback match, I heard you broke your nose, broke your hand hurt until it was fractured, and your foot hurt too. And then when Mikuru's match was decided and announced, I was totally fine. It felt like I had switched over completely.
That's how it is. Fist.
It's either broken or sprained. It could be either one.
Yes.
Just by looking at the mouth, I can't really tell if it's coming out because of the state of the injury or not, so I'm not sure. But it's pretty deep.
I really tried my best to live up to the fans' expectations. Honestly, I didn't think I could do that much myself, but I just gave it my all. Even so, I kept fighting. Do you know the details of the match with Dautebek? Fukai Dautebek is also a really amazing boxer and technician, right? That's what I heard. And Suzuki is also really strong, isn't he? He didn't lose his momentum until the very end. Both of us had explosive power, so I didn't know who would win until the very end. But it was interesting, wasn't it? I thought it would end for real. But we both fought to the death. That was amazing. And after that, it hasn't even been a month and a half yet.
It's been around a month and a week. Still, that's really tough, isn't it? Do you still feel tired? After the match with Dautebek, are you still feeling it?
That's what I think, but maybe it's because I'm still young that I can manage. Or maybe not, I'm not really sure. What do you think? Asura also doesn't seem to be in very good condition, but I'm not really sure what's going on.
His hands and feet, too. Chisato Suzuki is in pain, and even his nose seems to be affected. Plus, the damage to his body is really adding up.
I think there's definitely a chance he could get knocked out or just go straight through, but I'm not really sure. He took a punch and went down, but I don't think he was knocked out by a headbutt or anything like that. He didn't collapse, and since it was a full-on match, there must have been some real damage.
It's being talked about openly. There were times when my legs took damage. And even if I talk about it, it's hard to explain to people who haven't experienced it themselves. But I'll try to explain as best as I can.
That's right. It's not something you can just get over quickly. I often had headaches lasting a week or two. Suzuki Senshu did too. He's incredibly strong, almost superhuman compared to me, so I can't say for sure if he'll recover quickly. But for an average person, it could be life-threatening, don't you think? That's right. Well, it's not impossible. But honestly, even as a fighter, it's not something you can just brush off. It's like we're constantly fighting.
Go out to the Tokyo Dome.
Yes, that's right. I'm in the same position as Suzuki. If that's the case, I wouldn't hesitate to do it, even if my nose or fist gets broken. But as a fighter, that's just how it is. If my opponent was Asakura Mikuru, I think I would probably do it no matter what condition I was in.
It's impossible for everything to be perfect from the start, you know?
That's right. But, as I said before, there are times when scientific things or unknown abilities come out, or when things don't go as planned, or when you just don't feel like it. I think that's what makes martial arts interesting. Even if someone is highly skilled and everything seems perfect, they may not always showcase their full potential. It's not just about being a top fighter like Ataru or Abara. People can demonstrate their strength unexpectedly, and that's what I believe. I'm just looking forward to it as usual, and I'm not really worried about losing or anything like that.
I'm not sure if it will be an advantage. I think Suzuki Chisato has the edge.
That's right, the momentum is definitely on their side. Suzuki Chihiro is... He looks like he's about to explode with energy, doesn't he?
Well, it's like he ignores everything and just goes for a barrage of attacks like a typhoon, targeting Asakura Miki.
Yes.
I can imagine it, but honestly, when I think about it, I feel like Suzuki Chisato's damage to Asakura Miki is actually stopping her from winning. So if Asakura Miki wins, I think that's how she'll do it.
Well, Asakura Mikuru is a super legend too, so I don't really know what will happen. Even if you lose initially, it's not the end. You can rise again. That's my honest opinion as an outsider. I really think there's definitely a chance to win against a regular opponent.
Neko...
I also think there's definitely a chance that they'll wake up again after this.
I recently watched Asakura Makuru's match, and honestly, it's just on a whole different level. Is it about the way he fights, like breaking the basic rules and not really throwing punches with much intention? I thought maybe that was actually a good thing, but I wonder if he's going back to that style. And I think a lot of people are probably thinking about the mental aspect, but that's just my opinion.
That's likely true. I can't say much myself.
No score.
That's what I think too. Even if you're surrounded by people like Mr. Trainer or people who seem like mental coaches, I think you can stand up again, but I really can't predict it. The world I live in is different, so I don't know what kind of mindset or feelings they are fighting with. I really don't know. Fukai nanitomo.
Mr. Onishi, you made an interesting point. For athletes, it's better to have a specialized mental coach rather than someone who just seems like one.
Mental coaches are just as crucial as technical coaches and can significantly impact performance. Mental strength can make or break a situation, regardless of physical abilities like bench press or pull-ups. However, even with a perfect mental game, it's essential to be able to execute. Ultimately, both mental and physical aspects are vital for success. Incredible strength or none, your real power only shows when you truly believe you can beat your opponent in that moment. Your strength emerges when you think you can do it. That's why mental training and having a coach are crucial to reach the top. I believe it's better to have a mental coach like Mr. Yoshito or Mr. Nakamura. People told they need a mental coach are usually already aiming for the top. For everyday mental health, trainers like Mr. Keigi, Mr. Chiba, or Mr. Nagao are also important. That's what I think. I think mental strength is absolutely essential, 100%.
Some fighters excel in the gym but struggle in actual matches, which I've witnessed firsthand.
That's the better way.
Even though their bodies are capable, for some reason they just can't perform in matches. That's definitely a mental thing, and you can tell. It's not a physical issue, so it's not that. For example, someone like Hiroshi Suzuki or someone like Gomi or a player like that.
With their hands, yeah.
Then what would that be?
Is it necessary? It's likely a mental thing. If you're mentally prepared, it doesn't bother you. And the mental aspect is probably stronger. It's not about power or strong wrists. It's more about being mentally prepared and having your body conditioned. It's not 100% about physical strength. The reason I don't take any supplements is because my mentality is weak. The reason I don't worry about it is because my mentality is strong, that's why. Even if I eat things like tobacco or breathe it in, I'm fine. Saying things like that means your mentality is weak, and if you take it that way, then everything becomes a mental issue, doesn't it?
That's why, for example, you might try to get rid of certain smells or use an electronic range.
Use it.
Not using things like headphones is also considered a form of mental training.
That's right. I think I'm okay because I haven't done this myself, so I'm pretty relaxed about it. Compared to most other people, I'm doing this properly, so maybe that's why I feel at ease, or maybe it's just for my own peace of mind.
Based on his attentive observation of the match, Asakura Mikuru appears to have the mindset of a fighter.
Suzuki.
Hakusen's physical condition is in question regarding how much further he can progress.
That's right. If Asakura is able to stay in good mental condition, then I think it will become a real showdown with Suzuki. I think it will be a match where both of them are at their peak, both mentally and physically, and that's what I really want to see. But if either of them loses their composure, I think the match will end quickly.
It's interesting, isn't it? I feel like I can't really predict how it's going to go. Shinson, what do you think? I can't really predict it either, not at all. When I collaborated with Hiramoto Ren and Kanetani Rei recently, we both felt Suzuki Hiroshi was likely to win. That's what we discussed privately. I thought the previous damage was just too much, and I couldn't imagine him winning. So maybe that's why Hiramoto-san was saying, if Mikuru wins, how would he win? It didn't really make sense to me, so I couldn't keep up with the conversation.
That's what I think.
I thought it would be difficult for him to win by striking or in any other way. So I just honestly said what I thought. That's just my personal opinion, though. I don't really think that Asakura Mikuru will win, but I do kind of want him to win.
That's right.
If he loses here, there might be no real reason for it. Still, I feel he could disappear and return a year later. Well, even though Mikuru Asakura is still active, I don't think it's a bad thing for other fighters either. I think it's good to keep the main focus and create exciting events.
A fighter
By having matches that only they can do, other fighters can also gain those benefits.
can receive.
That's what's good about the martial arts world.
There are things I think about, so
In that sense, I want to beat Asakura Mikuru, but honestly, I don't really know why myself. The result might be different though.
do you feel like the fighters are being pushed? Or is it more like you feel you can't do it yourself and that's why the results are changing?
Yeah. I chose Chisato Suzuki, so after watching the Doubtlex match, I can say this is a good strategy in terms of timing. I don't think I can defeat Chihiro Suzuki at the moment. He's a formidable opponent, even with words.
Mod champion Fukai is really strong, isn't he? But even so, he's still getting better and better. He's really amazing, isn't he? He's a big match fighter.
That's right, with words. Personally, even in the original, it's totally fine.
That's what I think.
It's Fukai, isn't it? But I wonder if I chose Suzuki just because I felt like it, thinking I could win somehow. Fukai seems to be enjoying himself, doesn't he? He's really having fun. Fukai will be here next week, you know. On May 4th.
In 2 weeks.
Yeah, Fukai, in 2 weeks, right? It's in 1 week. The mouth cards are all interesting, and I thought the club and Shade Life were interesting. And Fukai is interesting too. What do you think, Fukai?
I feel like Shade Life is going to win, or rather, it's just too strong overall. Even with Fukai, the club player doesn't have a special move. I wonder if Shade Life is winning due to its overwhelming strength or inherent advantage. The club player isn't doing anything outstanding, so it doesn't feel like they're winning because of amazing skill. Even with the bang combination, it's solid. Is it a bottom-up building pattern? Yeah, that's also solid. There are patterns of unexpected strike wins, but it doesn't seem to be the case here. I like the club player's structure and want them to do their best, but Shade...
Is Life truly too strong? I question if that's actually true.
But I still think that move is amazing, Bell. For player Koizumi.
But when I see that he couldn't finish off player Suzuki Chisato, it makes me question his current form. That's just my view, but it's definitely something to think about. It's Shade Life, right? Do you like that style? Want to try it?
I really like it. It's a fundamental technique where you use your fists and try to finish with a pound. Fighters like Kyrgyz can win with that style, but when fighters with the same style face each other... But even so, they're winning with that style, so maybe they're just on a different level. But when it comes to Christian Lee, do you think he's more of a ONE style fighter? I wonder about that, but compared to them, Kuroberu is a bit too focused on grappling. So if someone can defend against that, he might get stuck. That's what I think, so he shouldn't just rely on that. I'm wondering if he's just holding on for a decision or something like that. That's how I feel. I don't think he'll be able to get in all the way if everything is defended, so I think he'll have to really work on his combinations. If he can't choose, then I think he'll end up going for a Shade Life.
That's right. He's been training hard all along, Hara.
Keihei.
How do you see the player Nishitani and...
This punch is straightforward, and even at the question level, the former player last week. That's how it is here, isn't it, Nishitani? Kumite athlete. They say you can do both striking and grappling.
But that's how it is with someone like Yamauchi.
Yeah, striking.
Their striking seems to match well. Hara's striking isn't particularly strong, is it?
That's right. I don't think his grappling is anything special either, so I honestly believe I can win just by fighting normally. I'm training with Hara Senshu at Brave. Has it been a long time? Is it Hara Senshu? Yes, that's right. I've been visiting this place frequently these days, gradually. I'm training seriously, so I definitely think I can win. Has it been a long time since you started?
It's already been about half a year since I started. I've heard that you've been practicing hard in the Brave gym. It's pretty tough. Shinsana, excuse me.
I'm sorry, really sorry.
The timing of the mouth movements was off, but even in Fukai, it was similar. You know, the mouthy Nomura candidate is coming out soon.
It was Buno from Burebu, even in Fukai. Then Butaji came. Well, that's how it is. Mr. Fukai is known as a Butaji family man.
That's right, I don't know. I want to practice driving.
The Fukai you asked about is alive. Even now, every time there are about 20 members. And the structure is hard, so we can do really tough practices. We also do trial runs, you know. Tsuria Rei-kun and Shinri Makoto were running in the mountains yesterday, so that's how it is. Shenro and Tsuria Rei-kun also come. Those two have such a great vibe, it's really interesting. I don't think it's a bad thing at all, so I guess it's fine. That tiger, there's a mat for warming up in the gym, but it's so big that it's separated from the other animals, so I wonder if it's okay. They're right next to each other, but even though they're so close, they don't say a word or even make eye contact. So that kind of atmosphere is really interesting. Is it the atmosphere that's interesting? Honestly, at this level, even though they're right next to each other, those two really don't seem like they're close at all. Yan, actually.
When Fukai-kun says it, I don't think he really means anything by it. It just feels like they're separate, so it looks like they're just pretending to be that way.
Yan and Gerald don't appear to be in conflict, which is amusing. This is Fukai, the entertainer.
I don't know.
It's Yan, you know. It doesn't really feel like I'm watching Gerald's skit. This is probably a comment from Fukai. I'm not sure if opinions will come in, but I don't think Yan and the others really understand. But I just wanted to see Gerald's skit. That's what I was thinking. Fukai.
Please let me know in the comments. That's right. I completely forgot what we were talking about. Kuchihara Senshu.
Trial.
So you're practicing, right? So the formation period is only about 6 months.
Fukai Mechakuche is really strong now. He's been strong from the start, but even more so now. Takayuki, his offense and defense have improved, and he's now able to use his special moves much more easily. He doesn't really have any weaknesses anymore, so honestly, I think he could become a real champion soon. He looks like the kind of player you'd want on your team. Winning isn't easy. It's tough.
It's fun, isn't it? It's fun.
Sunekos.
Besides the 3 cards mentioned, are there any other cards drawing attention at this event, Shinami?
Well, there are, you know.
In the end, it's fun, you know. Takamoto and Nakamoto are interesting too. That's right. Shintate and Fuji.
That's right. There is a conclusion, isn't there?
If there's a card that stands out, I want to know about it. Playing with Fukamatsu and others is fun, but Fukamatsu always gets picked in the draft, doesn't he?
いや、もちろん練習してるし強さわからんで強いんですけど、藤井選手もめちゃめちゃ強いじゃないですか。In the last match, they were both from the same Saw Sport team, right? Even though they're both from Saw Sport, Fukamatsu is also really good at boxing, and he's been polishing his boxing skills even more lately. His striking is excellent, so it could turn into a striking match. He has the ability for that, and it might become a striking battle.
Raya-san too. Fujita is really good, you know. Shin-san, I honestly think so too. I think Shinju will finish it with grappling.
I don't think so. I think Fukai will win. They'll probably strike at first, but in the end, I think it'll come down to that. Even if Shenron gets the first move, his strong finishing ability allows him to win from any position, so the first move doesn't guarantee victory. That's what I think, Fukai.
That's what I think too, Fukai. So what do you think about Shenron's unique fighting style, Fukai? What do you think about his way of fighting?
It's actually pretty interesting. That's right. Shinryu Fukai-kun was also really into it, wasn't he? He really liked that character. Fujita Senshu also has a really good head on his shoulders, doesn't he? Isn't he just really smart? That meeting was the most interesting, wasn't it?
His facial expressions are funny, aren't they? I've always liked Kuchi Tenjo, the pro wrestler, so maybe that's why I like pro wrestling so much. I think his influence is definitely there.
That's what I think, but still.
At first, I was really nervous and couldn't relax at all.
Yeah.
But then that awkwardness just disappeared and I felt like I wasn't nervous anymore. That really left a deep impression on me.
I guess you could call it relief. It's interesting, isn't it? Yeah, that's right. Sasuga, as expected.
Do you even say that to Kenkuchi Senshu? Just a little. I want to be healed, but... So, the fact that I don't really care about being a heel is actually the most interesting part. If I say it's interesting, that sounds bad, but I end up becoming the bad guy. Minna, I disagree with you and understand your perspective.
It's cute that you don't show mercy to the rules, but I just don't like it myself. Lately, it's been interesting. I feel like I've gotten hooked. Or maybe I really have gotten hooked.
That's exactly how I feel, for sure.
It's painful, honestly.
This event is really fun. Do you go to the venue, RIZIN?
No, I don't go. I watch it on pay-per-view.
Oh, so you usually watch it live? It's not really my thing or anything like that?
Not really, that's right. If anything, I'd rather spend time relaxing with my family than go to a concert venue. The atmosphere is amazing, yet tiring. Seeing it at the venue is the best way to truly experience it, so you should go there if you want the full experience.
Yes, that's right. RIZIN is the center of that stage.
Isn't it a statement show?
It's really super fun, isn't it? RIZIN is really amazing, isn't he? It's not just a martial arts match, but even the regular entrances are already a show.
Isn't it interesting? Please purchase it on pay-per-view. That's great. I just imagine Mr. Shin now.
I'm becoming a YouTuber, I really am. I want to touch a bit on the Battle of Sekigahara, but Hagel is really strong, isn't he?
It's fun to imagine what kind of performance Horiguchi will put on, isn't it?